15. So you got log base 4 of 15 plus log base 4 of x. So that's log base 4 of 15x. All right, so natural log x to the 1/2 plus the natural log of x squared would be the natural log of x to the 1/2 times x squared, and the natural log of x to the 5/2. Is there anything that says we can't leave that like that? Single logarithm. We can leave it like that. Is Daly absent or is he at leadership or team summit? Absent? Okay. Need to remember that. Well, I had some seniors out with that, but I guess they're just leaders. Okay. And then they just left with the foosball. So, okay. $14. Alright, so that's going to be natural log of 4x plus natural log of 4x squared. And that would be multiplied together. 16x cubed. There's more. Now I have to expand. Log of x plus log of y plus log of z. All right, it's going to be natural log 2x minus natural log of y. And then that 2x can be split up to natural log of 2 plus natural log of x minus natural log of y.
I like this better than I'm good at this one.
So this one would be natural log of 6 plus natural log of x squared to natural log x plus natural log y. All right, log base 2, 7 minus log base 2 of x minus 2 of y squared. Log base 2 of 7 minus log base 2 of x minus 2 log 2y. All right, so on this one, I'm going to rewrite this as log base 5 of x to the 3rd y to the 1/2 power. So that would be log base 5 of x to the 3/2 y to the 1/2. Or log base 5 x to the 3/2 plus log base 5 y to the 1/2. Or 3/2 log base 5 of x plus 1/2 log base 5 of y. I think that one needs a few more steps. It'd be really fun. natural log of 3x minus the natural log of y squared. So that's natural log of 3 plus natural log of x minus 2 natural log y. We good? Okay. So we're going to start solving logarithmic equations today, logarithmic and exponential equations. They're inverses of each other. Logarithms are inverses of exponentials, and exponentials are inverses of logarithms. So they're inverses. And we're going to use that. Just got goosebumps. I've got to plug chicken up here. All right. So if an exponential equation has only one exponential expression, there's a lot to write right here, just so you know. So if there's only one exponential expression, the first thing you do is isolate the exponential expression. Bless you. And at this point, who's the last one? Sorry, Gaten. At this point, Mr. Sparks has made up a word. Okay. Logarithmitate, and it means to take the log of both sides. But I guess logarithmitate is shorter than take the log of both sides. I don't know, because he says logarithmitate both sides. So anyway, I'm going to guess that you remember it.
Take the log of both sides.
Mm-hmm. So you take the log of both sides using a log whose base is the same as the base of the exponential. And then you solve the resulting equation. So, for example, right here, there's only one exponential expression here. So I want to isolate it. Minus 3, minus 3. So I have 2 to the 3 minus 2x equals 8. So at this point, this is when you logarithmitate both sides using the base of the power. So this base is 2. So I would say log base 2 of 2 to the 3 minus 2x equals log base 2 of 8. Well, this one's particularly friendly because I know what log base 2 of 8 is, right? 3. So I'm left with 3 minus 2x equals 3. minus 3, negative 2x equals 0. X is 0. You can also, if it only has one expression, at this point right here, you can also just change it into a logarithm. You would have log base 2 of 8 equals 3 minus 2x, or 3 equals 3 minus 2x. So you can also just change it around. But you have to do this later on, so that's why that's told to you, but you can do it that way too. All right, if an exponential equation has an exponential expression on both sides of the equation, there's one on both, okay? So the first thing you're going to do is attempt to get the same base on both sides. Then you're going to attempt to factor the equation. You're going to love the next step. Attempt. Take the log of both sides. I use natural log whenever I have to do this. And then endure the mess it creates. That's not a joke. It's ugly. You have to do some cross multiplication, and then you have to factor things out. It's great. If none of the above can be done, try your calculator. Jessica, did you have a good birthday? Did you get cake? Oh, okay. That's cool. She's not telling you because you're not invited. Oops. Oopsies. All right, let's see if we can work some of these. You know, like, I don't know if y'all know this, but there's this lady that comes around and she tries to sell teachers stuff in the lounge. Puts out all this stuff, and then she, like, you sign up, you leave money, and one of them is a ginormous badminton set.
Let's do it. I'll chip in like 20 cents.
Okay. We only need like $22.80 more.
Only $23?
Actually, I have no idea. I haven't looked at it. All right. So we've got one exponential equation or exponential expression. So I'm going to divide by 3. And that leaves me with e to the 2x plus 1 equals 4. Now at this point, you take the base, e, take the log. Okay, well, that's going to be a natural log. You can take the natural log of both sides. So if you take the natural log and take the natural log, you end up with 2x plus 1 equals the natural log of 4. If you think about it, that's pretty much what that would look like just for changing what you started out with into a logarithm. Like, you know, the go back and forth, that's what you'd end up with, okay? So I'm going to subtract 1 So I have 2x equals the natural log of 4. And then that's minus 1. You may even want to write like -1 plus the natural log of 4. Because it's not the natural log of 3. And if that's going to confuse you, in fact, let's just do natural log -1 plus 4. That's what I was trying to get you to see about that problem that was in the homework. You didn't have enough there. You couldn't finish that off. Nick.
Oh, heck yeah.
And then all of this gets divided by 2. So my exact answer is this. That's my exact answer. So if it's like, don't use your calculator, get an exact answer, that's your exact answer. If you have to use your calculator and round to 3 decimal places, it is 0.193.
He's in our class more than he is.
Probably so.
He's had them this.
It's first period, so it's hard for him to get here first period.
He says that you're really like street about tardy.
Well, yeah. I mean, tardy's tardy, so you're either tardy or you're not. All right, are we done with this one? Hey, try that one
Which one?
by yourself without me.
Okay.
Kobe, why are you saying my name right now?
It's at Harvard. It's at Harvard.
I only have 2 points.
Because I asked her, what is Harvard going to think about her tardy split?
I don't think they're gonna
So
know.
hard. I should have gotten that.
Do I still what? I'm not dividing anything. I'm gonna use a base of the same base of the exponent, which is 2.
What? Okay.
Slowly peeling my fingernails off. We done? Or did we just quit?
I subtracted
That one.
It's not like God.
All right, let's see what's going on.
You gotta do log 2.
What's going on here? So did you start off by subtracting 4?
Yes.
Right.
I can do the 8th grade stuff.
We did that in 8th grade. So we have log base 2 and log base 2. So I'm left with 3 minus x equals log base 2 of 6.
Where'd you grab that log 2?
Because that's the base. Remember, you logarithmitate both sides with the log whose base is the same as the exponential. So that's why I chose 2.
So the exponential is like the number and it's exponential.
It's the power, yeah. All right, so then I'm going to move a 3 over. I'm going to go ahead and stick that in the front since sometimes we have trouble knowing what's part of the argument and what's not. And then since that's a negative, it's going to change all the signs over here. That's my exact answer right there. And then put it in the calculator. 3 minus, where's that again? Math.
What did we do the answer for the natural or like
Both. I mean the exact answer or the calculator answer?
Yeah.
I believe you've got calculator and non-calculator of both. Okay, try this one.
Okay.
And then we'll do that last one together. did it?
I think I got it.
All right. So did we start out with 3e to the x minus 1 equals 9?
Yes.
Did you divide by 3 then?
Yes.
Oh, no.
And then you did natural log, so I'm left with x minus 1 equals the natural log of 3. And you add 1.
Got put in the front, we get confused easily.
Yes.
Oh.
And then calculator 2.059.
So you can't do like the natural log base 3 on both sides.
Natural log's base is e.
Oh, that's why I canceled. Oh.
Okay.
There's no base in natural log.
It's e. There's a base. It's e.
But
But nothing. All right.
uh-oh. Wait, no, this is easy.
So there's same base on both sides. So we attempt. No, there's an expression on both sides, so we attempt to get the same base. So that can be done because 8 is just 2 to the third, right?
Well,
I don't think I should.
do it.
So this is 2, 3x minus 3 equals 2, 3x plus 4. Well, at this point, if you know your exponent rules, you really don't have to do a logarithm because if the base is the same, the exponents have to be the same. So you have 3x minus 3 equals 3x plus 4. What's the problem with that? Yeah, they cancel. Psh, psh. Negative 3 does not equal 4. This is no solution.
Okay, we're bringing that back into that?
Yeah, it's coming back, and it's gonna come back pretty vengefully in a minute. Gonna come back with a vengeance. Oh wait, I'm putting that up too early. Sometimes I forget. All right.
This one hurts.
Speaking of coming back with a vengeance. Okay, you guys.
E.
How do you factor that?
What?
Go ahead.
Well, you factor it using
5 and 1.
you, and you get to factor, and you get to factor. No, use that. Remember, like U substitution that we did?
No.
Yes, but I don't remember anything about it.
Okay, it's super easy. What would be 2 things that would multiply to get me -5, but add to get me a -4? -5 and 1, right? So this is just going to be e to the x minus 5 and e to the x plus 1 equals 0. So can we just pause and could you please, each one of you individually, find an Algebra 2 student and say to them, please, for the love of all that is good and holy, learn to factor. It never goes away.
Have you started that?
And soon, you're not even factoring real numbers. So,
I don't think Joshua knows how to factor.
all right. So you have e to the x minus 5 equals 0, because we're still going to use our zero product property. E to the x plus 1 equals 0. So let's just focus on this side for now. So e to the x equals 5.
No.
Natural log. So you end up with, pretty easy, x equals the natural log of 5. 1.609. Now this side.
I did it. I did it. It's easy.
You did this side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got an answer?
Uh-oh, then I got it down.
Okay. So e to the x equals -1. Is there any power that I can take a positive 2.172 and end up with a negative number?
No.
No. But we'll go ahead and do the steps. So you take the natural log and you take the natural log and you end up with x equals the natural log of -1. Just humor me. Put that into your calculator.
No, you can't do it. Shows an error.
I mean, still be trying to hit.
This is no solution on this side.
Wait.
So you didn't do anything wrong, but this is the only answer that works. You can't take negatives.
What we factored it.
Hmm.
I thought if you factored it, you got the number.
Not always. You get, remember our
Yeah,
extraneous
I do.
solutions? We're going to have a lot of extraneous solutions down here.
That word. It causes pain in my heart.
What? The Lord. What's up with these quadratic exponential functions? All right, check this one out. This one's really fun, you guys. I think you're really like this one.
I feel like
This
it's
is
a lie.
simple. That's just an easy equation. And they're not even
Yeah. It's just an easy equation. It distracts you with its easiness while it's beating you in the head with a bat, right?
Base that with.
Right.
You have to do,
Yeah, I didn't really learn how to do that.
You can, but we're gonna get an exact answer. But you can plug it in your calculator. But you will be required to get an exact answer. So you need to know how to do this.
We would get half credit if we get part of it.
Well, on the
No, I
non-calculator portion.
feel like it's a non-calculator portion.
Oh.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Well, my brains are gonna get me where I have to.
All right, so take the natural log of both sides. It's easiest. So you get natural log of 2x plus 2 equals natural log of 5, x minus 3.
Cursive L.E. was so good. I tried.
Didn't work for you? Sorry.
I see what you did now. Because I wanted.
And then this and this can go to the front. So you have x minus 2, or sorry, x plus 2 times the natural log of 2 equals x minus 3 times the natural log of 5. Okay, is everybody still with me?
yeah.
Well,
No.
what? How can you just move down like that?
Because that's one of the That's a-
that part.
property.
Oh
we
yeah,
did.
yeah. Oh, that's just the backwards of the. Yeah.
So now I'm going to do some distribution here.
Oh, God.
I'm going to have x natural log 2 plus 2 natural log 2 equals x natural log 5 minus 3 natural log 5. Does anyone have a tissue for Hunter? He's crying real tears. I don't have a rule against. The only rule I have for crying is that they won't be my tears, but that's it. No vomit, no blood. You get 3 sneezes, 2 coughs, but tears are okay.
So we're done.
No, we're not done, but the bell rang. So I'll see you Monday. Have a good weekend. Make good choices.
Oh no!
You want to try to do the rest of it?
Yeah, just finish.